and welcome back to Misadventures of a Schizophrenic. I am RG Tanner, and this is where I chronicle what it is to be a day-to-day schizophrenic. Today I'm going to talk about delusions, and this is a very common thing among paranoid schizophrenics. Most people hear delusions and they think a beautiful mind. They think government conspiracies and just all these things with the Russians. And I'm not going to say that didn't happen to me, because it did. When I was about 15, 16 years old, I stopped eating. And I lost a lot of weight because I thought the Russian mafia was trying to poison me. And that eventually put me into day treatment. And I was very, very thin, and I just honestly thought that the Russian mafia was trying to poison me. But after a couple of months, that delusion finally went away. So that was one of my minor delusions. One of my bigger delusions is shortly thereafter that, when I was about 19, I would say, I started to believe that I was possessed by a demon. Now, it's important to understand that at this point I was grappling with my identity as a mentally ill person. I was trying so hard to understand what it meant to be mentally ill. And in doing so, I created this entire delusion that I was demonically possessed. I was so convinced that I was speaking in tongues. One time I pushed my mom into a closet. I was absolutely convinced. I talked to a priest. I had a minister do a blessing on me. No one could tell me otherwise. I thought I was possessed by a demon. And I also thought that I could see dead people through this entire time. Like I mentioned my hallucination Jeremy before, that I thought that he was a dead person who had come to me for assistance, and I did my best to help him. But in the end, obviously I was not seeing dead people, and then the delusion with the demonic possession started to ebb and fade away, and then the new delusion came up that I thought I was a vampire. Now, aside from the fact that I am very pale and really hate the sunlight, I was again grappling with my identity, trying to figure out what it meant to be in my position. And so I thought, I don't fit into society, so I must be some other entity, such as a vampire. And no, I do not sparkle. No, I do not burst into flames in the sunlight. No, I don't sleep in a coffin. I never did any of that. But I did drink human blood. And I'm not ashamed to say it, because it was part of what I went through. And the only thing that I think I recognized was not a delusion, or was not real, was my spider Humphrey, which you can see here. And I knew that he wasn't real, because as you can see, he does not look real. He looks very fantastical, blue, yellow, being 3 foot by 3 foot. That was the only one that was like, okay, that's in my head. But everything else, it took me a great deal of time to figure it out. And right now, I am delusion free. The only thing that comes close to being a delusion right now is the fact that I'm struggling with body dysmorphic disorder, and I see myself as something that is not real. Now, I do know that that is not real. I can admit this is a delusion, and I haven't been able to do that with any delusions in the past. So with this one, I'm able to kind of set it aside, say this is a delusion. Yes, I suffer with what I see. Yes, causes me physical pain to look in the mirror, but I have to recognize that my husband Scott says I'm beautiful every single day. My mom and my dad say I'm beautiful. My friends tell me that I'm beautiful, and I just have to go off of what they say. Because when you are in a delusional setting, one of the first steps you can make is just starting to believe the people around you, instead of believing what's coming from inside your own head, because your head is lying. I've never been told one true thing by my illness. Never. I was never demonically possessed. I was never hunted down by the Russian mafia. I was never a vampire. None of these things happened to me. So I have to recognize that when they're telling me that I am worthless and that I deserve to die and all these horrible, horrible things, they are lying. And So it only stands to reason that when it comes to my body dysmorphic disorder, they are lying there also. And actually, just a quick check-in on that, this YouTube channel has been very helpful with that. It has been kind of exposure therapy. I have to look at myself in the camera, I have to edit the videos, and I have to be okay with what I'm putting onto the internet. And so that has worked for me. If you're struggling with body dysmorphic disorder, maybe take a look at pictures of yourself, of videos of yourself, and try to come to some peace with that. If you want to read more about this journey, be sure to check out my blog at www.misadventuresofaschizophrenic.wordpress.com. And I know that I've referenced NAMI.org, but right here I'm going to put the phone number to call NAMI's crisis line. You can also go to www.info.nami.org. So if you're feeling like you have a crisis of some sort, that you can't wait to talk to your doctor, please call this number and they will redirect you and hopefully assist you with any crisis that you are having at the moment. If you have any questions about delusions, about hallucinations, if you would like to know more about my hallucinations and which ones are still in my life, which ones I've kept, which ones I've had, which ones I've let go, please comment below and let me know, and please be sure to hit that little subscribe button and you'll be able to see when the next video popping up will be. Until then, I'll see you next time.